Alright, here's my extremely small collection. Only about 6 critters in there right now. Right here we catch Dudley out. She's a large female Phidippus audax. As far as I know, the largest jumping spider species within the state of Washington. Phidippus regis on the East Coast, I believe, but this is about the biggest that you're going to find. Caught her on my girlfriend's fender. I've had her now for about 7 months. She's laid 1 sack for me, and I have seen her eat 2 large crickets in a day and end up looking like a tick. Absolutely gluttonous, these things. Amazing to watch. You see her little spot right there. She loves her enclosure, always exploring. And over here, we have Persephone. You can't quite see her because it's a milkier enclosure. I have a better one that I want to transfer her into. But, she's in there. She's in orange phase. I had thought that was only for juveniles, but she has laid 2 egg sacs in the time I've had her, so I just doubt that's a juvenile. I don't think they can do that unless they're full grown. There's Dudley, stealing the spotlight. She actually ate the mate that I tried to pair her with, a little guy named Nick. Smaller than her, obviously, because it was a male, but she did end up laying a sac for me. I pulled it, and it's incubating. I don't know why, because I'm just going to release it, but why not, you know? And then here we have a little green mantis. I'm not sure if it's a nymph or a juvie. Poor guy only has 3 legs. I found him black-eyed, which means he needed water. Got him hydrated. He's eaten 2 crickets for me off the tongs. It's pretty fun to feed him. Now that I know how to take care of them versus when I was a kid and I would just keep them until they looked weird and then I'd let them go. And then, that's too much zoom. There we go. And if we pan this way, this is my Asian forest scorpion setup. Water dish hidden in the back. Fake foliage, real moss. I do, like Tom Mormon does of Tom's Big Spiders, the bottom there I keep pretty wet, but then the top layer I leave dry. So it's a burrowing species. If she needs more moisture, she'll go down, but I do mist it every about 2 days. Just a light mist, you know, a little bit on the side. Soak the moss up a bit. Then over here, she's in a coconut shell. She hides back in there. I dug it out a little for her so it's further in. I actually cracked and ate that coconut, decided to boil and then bake the shell to kind of dry it out. And now it's a hide for her, and she's been digging it. She also likes to hide back behind it in the leaves. Fake leaves. And over here, we have my Avic. If this iPhone decides to focus, well, you know what they look like. And I have some real moss in there, fake plants, little bit of substrate, not much. She is an arboreal, a ton of cross ventilation as needed for the species. I did mist it today, but I only do that about once every 2 weeks. I know this is a drier kept species. And that foggy spot you see there, that's not web. That's because I didn't know that you couldn't use acetone to clean acrylic. It's on the outside, not the inside. So then I was like, well, I'll put her hide there. It'll diffuse the sunlight. She'll like it. And it's the first place she went when I put her in. Then up here we have my Grammostola Paraguay off in the back. Recently molted, same as the Avic. Sling, maybe an inch across, maybe. I don't know. I don't measure them. I just let them do their thing. Again, Tom Moran's school of thought. I just kind of soak the base of the container in shallow water and then it seeps up, but you can see it's dry on the top, wet on the bottom. I know that you need to keep slings a little moister than adults, at least for this species, that's what I found. Still with the water dish, just in case. But I let them dry out before I try to add any more humidity. I know it helped them both greatly when they molted. Here is the Avix molt on top of my soon-to-be enclosures. Got them all at the dollar store. That's distilled water up in the red lid. Don't pay attention to that. Yeah. A couple of sling arboreal enclosures, a couple of terrestrial enclosures, more terrestrial enclosures. I insulated the shelf, unfortunately, with just cardboard, because it's what I had on hand. But I didn't like the temperature fluctuation on this wall. It had about 15 degrees of fluctuation, so I just decided to do this, make it its own little atmosphere kind of thing. Okay, and that's the extremely short collection tour 2019
I'm pretty sure it's still July. I don't know anymore. Okay, have a good day.